Hi, I hope you're all keeping safe. It's time for a new video. It's not really much to do at the moment, so I can't really go out there and buy stuff. I mean, I have bought a new camera, but I'm not really an expert on cameras. So, I mean, I point and shoot and do videos with it, but I'm not an expert, so I can't really do a review on that. I'm not even an amateur. I'm just absolutely rubbish. I mean, I put it on automatic mode and I still get rubbish pictures. But anyway, I've bought a Raspberry Pi. I don't know if you can see that there. I'm still messing around with that. Not really going to do a review of that because there's hundreds of them out there. What have I been doing? I've been sorting out the garden. I've painted the shed as well. I've tidied up the patio area so we can sit down and enjoy the garden and the fine weather. So, yeah. So what am I going to do? Well, I thought I'd talk about why I'm not going to upgrade my graphics card. And the reason being is because, well, it just isn't really worth it at the moment. So I've upgraded my PC. It's got a Ryzen 7 3800X, 4.4 gigahertz all cores. I've got an X570 motherboard, lovely case, Noctua cooler. It's got Ripjaw, 3600 megahertz low latency RAM in there, a Sabrent NVMe drive. It's a beast. Apart from the graphics card, I'm still using my GTX 1080. The reason being is it's fine for 1440p gaming. I game on my OLED TV. I'm kind of like a casual gamer nowadays. I only tend to game at night when the missus goes to bed and I finally get permission to play games. So I'm there with an Xbox controller. I'm using my PC like a console. So 1440p game and 60 frames per second, that's really all that I'm after. And I can't really justify it. I mean, I bought the graphics card for £230, I think, last year. I think it was an ex-mining card, but it was a bargain. And what I can get for around 300 quid nowadays is no better than the 1080. 2080 Super, it's better, but is it really a big jump? I mean, if I need a big jump, I need to go to 4K 60. Preferably with a bit of ray tracing as well, and that's just not going to happen unless I get not even an RTX 2080 Ti is going to do that. I don't think. Maybe with DLSS version 2, but we're talking £1,000. So I'm not going to upgrade my graphics card until maybe this time next year when we've got new graphics cards. And the reason being is one of the big reasons I'm not going to upgrade until maybe even beyond that is because the PlayStation 5, or if you're an Xbox fan and you don't have a PC, the Xbox Series X. So I'm getting the PlayStation 5. I mean, there's lots of nonsense out there. It's not overheating. It's a beast. It's going to be pretty much nearly as fast as the Xbox Series X, but I don't think people appreciate the I/O controller for the SSD and how fast the SSD is and what a difference that's going to make. But that's a whole other conversation, and time will basically show how good the PlayStation 5 is. And don't get me wrong, the Series X is going to be super duper as well. But for me, I just like PlayStation. I love the exclusives, and if I want to play, PC games or Xbox games, let's say, I can do that on my PC with Game Pass. So I don't really need an Xbox, even though it's going to be an absolute beast. But yeah, the PlayStation is 4K 60 frames per second, HDR. I wonder if it's going to do... I know it's going to have that spatialized sound, which is going to be really good. But I wonder if it's going to do Dolby Vision. I'm not sure about that because my OLED supports that. But anyway, HDR on an OLED is incredible. It's just, I mean, I've got a top-end LCD in the living room, or LED as people like to call them, with localized dimming zones. I think it's got like 500, a lot of zones. And blacks are really black, but you can see the light shifting, and it's just nowhere near as good as an OLED. Even though it's brighter, the LED TV, it just, I mean, once you use an OLED for films and gaming, you just won't go back, in my opinion. So yeah, the PlayStation is going to be a beast. It's I think a lot of people are going to maybe ditch the PC or think, I can't afford to upgrade my PC, and go with either an Xbox or PlayStation 5. So I think that's going to be, something that a lot of people are going to do in the near future. I mean, I'm going to get the PlayStation 5 on day one. I will get the PlayStation 5 Pro on day one as well, because the exclusives are just incredible. Spider-Man, God of War, all the games that came out, they're absolutely amazing. So this is going to stop me buying a new graphics card, and I think that's going to be not so much bad news for AMD, because AMD don't really rely on their graphics cards. Their CPUs, their server market, which they're trying to grow, and their APUs, and obviously their APUs are in the new consoles. And if they sell, let's say Xbox and PlayStation sell 150 million consoles, that is a lot of income. That's a lot of silicon for AMD. So it's going to hurt, I think, Nvidia more than anyone else. But yeah, that is why I'm not going to upgrade my PC. I'm going to hold off, and who knows, I might not even upgrade until the end of next year, or beyond that. We'll just have to wait and see. I might even pick up an Xbox Series X and just dump the PC. Highly unlikely, but yeah, I mean, that's just my thought process. That's what I've been thinking about over the past few days. Yeah, we'll leave it there. It was just kind of a quick talk and rant, and to be honest, I didn't know what type of video to make, but I shall get back to some sort of interesting video where I compare stuff in the near future. But while we have this human malware around, my focus is on other things. But thanks for watching.